Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve this question, number of pairs. So let's see what the question is. Given two arrays x and y of positive integers, find the number of pairs such that x to the power y is greater than y to the power x, where x is the element in x array and y is the element in y array. Okay. So let's see here. We'll see this example. Let's say in x array we have 2, 1 and 6. Okay. And in y array we have 1 and 5. Okay. So how many number of pairs can we form? We can form 2 with 1, 2 with 5. We can have 1 with 1, 1 with 5, 6 with 1, 6 with 5. Let's write these pairs, which is 2 1, okay, 2 5, 1 1, 1 5, 6 1 and 6 5. Okay. Now every element in this represents small x and small y. So what we have to do is we have to find the number of pairs from these pairs which satisfy this condition: x to the power y is greater than y to the power x. Okay, now let's see which of the pairs satisfy this condition. First let's take this pair, 2 and 1. So 2 to the power 1 is greater than 1 to the power 2, and this is true, that is 2 is greater than 1. So this will count to our answer. Let's say total count is represented by count, so right now it has 1 in it. Okay, now let's see 2 and 5 as the pair. So 2 to the power 5 is greater than 5 to the power 2. Is it true? 2 to the power 5 is 32 and 5 to the power 2 is 25. This is another pair. So our count will increase to 2. Right? Now let's see 1 1, 1 and 1. So this will be 1 to the power 1 is greater than 1 to the power 1. But these are equal. So this will not be considered in our answer. Now let's see 1 and 5. So in 1 and 5, we have 1 to the power 5 greater than 5 to the power 1. This is also not true. This will also not count in our answer. Now let's see 6 and 1. 6 to the power 1 is greater than 1 to the power 6. This is true. So this will add to our answer and this will become 3. Now let's see last pair. Let's see it here. 6 and 5. 6 to the power 5 is greater than 5 to the power 6. Which is not true, because 6 to the power 5 is 7, 7, 7, 6, and 5 to the power 6 is 1, 5, 6 to 5. Okay. So this is also not true. So our final answer will be 3 here. Okay. This way we have to calculate all the pairs. This is just a question understanding. Let's see here as well. We have pairs 2, 1, 2, 5 and 6, 1 which are contributing to our answer. So our output is 3. Same with this example. We have 10, 19 and 18 and we have 11, 15 and 9 in y. So our output is 2 because there are only two pairs, 10, 11 and 10, 15, which are corresponding to the answer. So our output is 2. Okay, now let's see how we can approach this question. First, let's see the brute force approach to solve this question. So in the brute force approach, what we will do is, for every value of x, we will consider every value of y and we will try to satisfy this condition: x ki power y is greater than y ki power x. That means we will check this condition again and again for every value of x and every value of y. That means I will start with 2. I will see if 2 and 1 is satisfying this condition or not. Then I will take 2 and 5. If 2 and 5 are satisfying this condition or not, then with 1 and 1, 1 and 5, then 6 and 1 and 6 and 5. I have to check for every x with every y. Okay. So this approach will take big of n into m time. So n is the size of the x array and y is the size of, sorry, m is the size of y array. So the time complexity will be big of n into m, because for every value of x we are trying to find if this condition is true or not for every value of y. Okay, that's why we have to traverse y again and again. How many number of times? N number of times, because there are n x values. Okay, so this will take big of n into m time, and this is not a good time complexity. We will see now. Let's see a better approach to solve this question. Now let's see a better approach to solve this question. But before that, let's look at this equation. Okay, we have to find the pairs which satisfy this condition. So can we have some deduction by looking at this equation? Yes, we can. That is, if y is greater than x, then this equation should be satisfied. That means from this equation we have come to here a simple solution, that if y is greater than x, we can say that this equation will be satisfied. Why I am saying this? Just think about it a little. We will have some exceptions for sure, because in every case this will not work, but they are very less. Okay, let me tell you why. Because as you can see, if the power value, right, if the power value is greater and this power is base here, right, and x is smaller than y, this is sure because we are reducing this. Okay, and here x is smaller but its power is greater. So we can say that if the power is greater of any value, it has a probability that it will be greater than the other value. Okay, you can take some example. Let's say 5 and 6. Let's say x is 5 and y is 6. Okay, so 5 to the power 6 is greater than y 6 to the power 5, right? Why? Because 5 to the power 6 is something around 15,000 something, and 6 to the power 5 is something 7,000 or something. And you can take any example, just leaving aside some other exceptions, but this will be true. Okay, for most of the values. We will see those exceptions later and we will handle them. But right now, this is what we have deduced, that if we have to satisfy this condition, we need to have y should be greater than x. Okay, now let's see how this will help us. Now let's see how we can solve it. This is x and this is y. Okay, so first what we can do, I think you have all heard about upper bound, right? Upper bound is a value. Let's say we have 10. Okay, so the upper bound for 10 in this array will be 8, a value just less than 10 and nearest to it. So what we will do is, first we will sort this array, and this will become 6, 8, 11 and 14. Okay, now just take a little time and think about something relating to upper bound and binary search. Can we do something in this array? Yes, we can, and that is, what we will do is, for every value in x, we will find an upper bound in the y array. And how it will help us? Because as we have said before as well, if we want to satisfy this condition, we need greater than x, right? So to find all the y's which are greater than x, that can be found if we find an upper bound or of every value in x in y. And after that, if we found an upper bound, the values other than the upper bound or after the upper bound are the values which will satisfy this condition, right? Because let's say 10. Okay, 10 has an upper bound 8 in y, right? And after that there are 11 and 14, and 11 and 14 will satisfy this condition, that is y is greater than x. 11 is greater than 10, 14 is greater than 10, right? So for every value in x, then we come to 12 and we will find the upper bound. The upper bound will be 11 and only 14 will satisfy this condition that y is greater than x. So for every value of x, we will find an upper bound in y, and the values after the upper bound will be the values that will form a pair. Okay, we just have to count the values which are after the upper bound. For 10 it is 11 and 14, so 2 will be adding to our answer. Then for 12 there is 14 only, so 1 will add to answer. Then we have 9, the upper bound for 9 will be 8 only, so 11 and 14 will satisfy this condition and 2 will be the answer, because 11 and 9 and 14 and 9 will be the pair. And for 13, 11 is the upper bound and 14 is the only value which will satisfy this condition, y is greater than x, and that will correspond to the answer as well. So these are the number of pairs that will be possible which will satisfy this condition, because we have already deduced that y should be greater than x. Okay, so this is equal to 6. Our answer will be 6 here. Okay, this is the simple approach that we have to follow, but there are some exceptions that we have to take care of. We will talk about that now. Okay, now let's see the exceptions that we have to handle here. So the first exception is when x is equal to 0. That means when x is 0, that means let's say an array x contains 0 only, and in y we have some values, let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when x is equal to 0, so any value whose power is 0, that is 1 only, right? And 0 to the power something, let's say 0 to the power 1, okay? It's always be 0. Any power to 0 is 0. And any number whose power is 0 is 1 only. If it is 2, it is 3, okay? So there will not be any pair which will satisfy this condition, which is x to the power y is greater than y to the power x, because x is always 0 and x to the power anything will be always 0 and something to the power 0 is 1. So it will never be possible. So if we get x is equal to 0, that means everything is 0. You can see in this table, any value gives 0 pairs for it, right? Now let's say when x is equal to 1. So when x is equal to 1 and we have the same values in the y array, this is x array. So when 1 to the power 0, right, and is greater than 0 to the power 1, this is true, right? This is one of the pairs which is possible, in which we have x greater than y. Before it we have discussed the condition that this condition will only be true when y is greater than x, right? But here we got an exception that x is greater than y, then also we are getting one pair, right? So now let's see, move forward. If 1 to the power 0 is greater than 0 to the power 1, so this is possible. Now 1 to the power 1, this we don't have to consider, because 1 to the power 1 will be equal to 1 to the power 1 and we don't have to take the equal values. Now we will see 1 to the power 0, 1 to the power 2 is greater than 2 to the power 1. This is not true, right? And we have y greater than x here, right? Still it is not possible. So these are the exceptions that we have to handle. So there are no pairs which are possible when we have 1 and we have other values other than 0 present in y. Okay, so this is we have to take care of. If we have 1 in x, then only one pair is possible, or only that pair is possible when we have 0 in our y array. Okay, so number of zeros that are present in the y array will be the answer when we have 1 in our x array. Okay, I think you have understood it. Now let's move forward. Now let's see if we have 2 in our X array. So when we will make a pair 2 and 0 and 2 are 1, let's see what will be the output. We have to see x to the power y is greater than y to the power x. Okay. So when we make a pair of 2 and 0, so x is 2 and y is 0, which is greater than y is 0, x is 2. Right? This is greater. But this should not be true. This is an exception because y is less than x. So this is another thing we have to take care of. When we have 2 or 1 in the y array and we have 2 in the x array, then we have to count the number of zeros and number of ones in the y array that can make the pair with 2. Okay, this is one of the exception. Other than that, if we have 3, okay, if we have 4 as well. So let's say with 3 and 4, what happens? 2 to the power 3 will be greater than 3 to the power 2. This is not true because this is 9 and this is 8. So this is another exception that this is not possible even if we have y greater than x, right? Still this is not possible. So this is the exception table that we have to take care of. Same with 3, same with 4. You can see 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, and you can yourself evaluate this by taking help of this table, and you will get all the exceptions. What you have to do is you have to just store these exceptions in one of the array, let's say y, not y, exceptions of y. Okay, let's say we take an array exceptions of y, and you have to store the number of ones, twos, zeros, threes, and fours present in y in this. Okay, once you store them, whenever you traverse through x and you find 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so you know that if we have 0, you have to take these conditions, right? If we have 0, we have to return 0. Okay, there are no possible pairs. If we have 1 in x, then we know that we have to only count number of zeros in y. That will be our answer. And if we get 2, we have to count zeros and ones only. That will be our answer. For 3, we have to count all the numbers, just we have to not count 3, right? For 4 as well, you have to take care of this table. You have to write the conditions for them, and once you zeros, ones, and twos and threes in this exception of y array, what will happen is if you have 1 in the x array, then you have some value stored in the zeroth index of this y array, right? That means number of zeros. You just have to return that. Let's take an example and we will understand. Let's see this example. We have x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have y 2 zeros, 2 ones, 3 twos, 2 threes, and 2 fours. And I have stored them in here. That means at 0th index I have stored 2. That means we have 2 twos, 2 zeros at in the y array. Okay. Then we have 2 ones in the y array. I have stored it in the first index. Okay. And similarly as follows. So what happens is when I traverse through this array x, I come to 0th index, right? So what will happen? Here we have to return 0 because no pair is possible which will satisfy this condition. We have seen here as well, right? So we will return 0. For 1, we have to see how many number of zeros are present in y. So this will help here. This will help us here that we don't have to count again and again from this y array. We will just see at the 0th index what is present there. So there is 2 present. Okay. So we just have to return 2. Right. When we come to second index, we have to see how many number of zeros and how many numbers of 1 are present. So we have number of zeros as 2 and number of ones as 2. So we know from exception of y array, we just have to return 2 plus 2, which is 4, that is at index 0 plus at index 1. Okay. Similarly for 3, we have to see at 0th index, first index, second index, what is present, and at the 4th index. We have to just sum them and return it. Same with the 4, right? So what we will do, we will have the frequency of all the numbers present in y array in the exception of y array only till 5. That means from 0 to 5 we will add, otherwise this condition will work. Y is greater than x condition will work everywhere. Just from 0 to 5 or 0 to 4 you can say, we have to store the frequencies in the exception of y array, because only 0 to 4 there are exceptions, otherwise this condition will always work. Okay, so this way you have to solve this question. If you want the video for code explanation as well, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you.